All right, so that being said, we need to talk about what are the assumptions, because when we want to use a t-test, we have certain assumptions. And what are the ones that are in place? Well, the first one is, in almost all of ours, we want to have a simple random sample. And that helps us to know that it's representative and it's not biased. All right, so then the next ones deal with the sample size. So let's look at 3 different possibilities. If n is less than 15, right, this is our small sample. So if we have a small sample, what has to be true? We need to have a close to normal data and if we have something that is what we would call non-normal, that's clear, or if we have outliers, then that violates our assumption. So when there's less than 15 and you see that there's an outlier, or you see it's definitely not normal, we do not use the t-test. We would use something else. So that's the small sample. Then we've got like a medium, moderate sample here. Excuse me. So let's say we've got n is greater than 15. We're going to continue to use this, right, in the moderate. It doesn't have to necessarily be normal in this case, right? The only time we would say no here, we're going to say yes, unless we have strong skew one way or the other, which is due to outliers. So the distribution doesn't have to be normal, but any strong skew to one side or the other, or any big outliers, that would cause us to not use it. And then we've got this last case where if we can just get up to, somewhere around 40 in our sample size, that's kind of what we consider a large sample, the test is going to be robust, even with clearly skewed data. So you can kind of see why, if you have all these issues you have to check with the small samples, most people just, instead of doing that, they'll just create a big enough sample that they don't have to worry about it. We still have these rules in place because sometimes it's just not possible to get a sample that size. Either you have extremely small population or hard to reach population. So you have an access issue, or there's something in the design that's keeping you from getting that larger sample.